This wall has not been touched in over 20 years. Look at it. Yellow stains, grease marks, water damage, dark mold edges crawling up the corner. My neighbor called 3 different painters last month. 3 different quotes. The lowest one was $380 just to repaint one wall. She paid $0 because this $2 liquid that is sitting in almost every single kitchen right now removed every stain you just saw in under 5 minutes. And I am going to prove it to you on camera. No cuts, no tricks. You are going to watch it happen in real time. But before I show you how, I need to tell you why you have never heard of this before. Because the reason is going to make you genuinely angry. Stay with me. 3 months ago, my own apartment wall looked exactly like this. I had just moved in. The landlord walked in, looked at the wall, and said, "Repaint it or lose your deposit." That was $350 minimum just for one room. I refused. I started researching instead. I went through old industrial cleaning documents, chemistry forums, even some household product studies from the 1940s and 50s. And I kept finding references to the same thing over and over again. A simple acidic liquid solution that breaks down organic stain molecules at a chemical level, cheap, widely available, incredibly effective, and completely ignored by mainstream cleaning advice. You want to know why it is ignored? Because the global paint industry is worth over $160 billion every single year. $160 billion. And a significant portion of that money comes from regular homeowners like you and me repainting walls that never actually needed repainting. If this $2 solution became common knowledge tomorrow, paint sales would drop, painter bookings would collapse, and billion-dollar companies would lose serious money. So this information never trends, it never gets pushed, and your painter will never mention it, ever, until today. Here is everything you need. White vinegar, you can get this anywhere for about $1. Baking soda, another $1. A spray bottle, which you probably already have at home, and an old cloth or sponge. That is the entire list. No special chemicals, nothing dangerous, nothing that requires gloves or protective gear. Just 2 kitchen ingredients that together create something remarkably powerful. Take 1 full cup of white vinegar and pour it into your spray bottle. Now add 2 tablespoons of baking soda directly into the bottle. Watch what happens. It fizzes, it bubbles up. That reaction right there, that is not just a cool visual effect. That fizzing is the chemical reaction that is going to dissolve 20 years of stain from your wall. The vinegar is acidic. The baking soda creates a mild abrasive foam. Together they penetrate the stain layer, break the molecular bond, holding it to the wall surface and lift it completely. No scrubbing required, no elbow grease. The chemistry does everything. I am not going to do anything special here. I am just going to spray this directly onto the worst stain on this wall. This yellow water stain has been here for at least 15 years, based on what the previous tenant told us. I'm going to spray it, and then I am not going to touch it for 2 full minutes. Just let it sit. Let the solution work. While we wait, I want you to look at the other stains on this wall. That dark, greasy mark near the light switch. That is cooking grease that has been baked into the wall surface over years. That gray smudge near the corner. That is smoke residue. That brownish patch near the floor. Water damage from a leak that was fixed years ago but left a permanent-looking stain. I'm going to treat all of them today with the exact same solution. Same bottle, same 2 ingredients. Okay, 2 minutes are up. Now I am going to wipe this with a cloth using slow circular motion. I'm not pressing hard, I'm not scrubbing aggressively, I'm just wiping gently and letting the solution that has already done its job lift off the surface. Are you seeing this? Are you actually seeing this right now? That stain, 15 years old, is gone. Completely gone. The wall underneath is the original white. No paint, no chemicals, no $380 painter. $2 in 2 minutes. Let me now show you something even more impressive. That grease mark near the light switch. The one I said was baked into the surface over years. I'm going to spray it and wipe immediately this time without even waiting. Watch. Gone. 1 wipe. That is how strong this solution is on grease-based stains. The acidity of the vinegar cuts through oil and grease almost instantly. This is actually why vinegar has been used in industrial kitchens as a degreaser for decades. Most people just never thought to use it on walls. Now the smoke residue near the corner. Spray, wait 30 seconds, wipe. Look at that. The gray is completely lifted. The wall is clean. And I want you to notice something important. The paint underneath is completely intact. The solution is not damaging the wall surface. It is not stripping the paint. It is only targeting the stain layer sitting on top of the paint. That is the key. That is what makes this safe for any painted wall in your home. Now let me tell you something that most people miss when they try this for the first time and do not get full results. The ratio matters. If you use too much baking soda, the solution becomes too thick and does not spray properly. If you use too little vinegar, the acidity is not strong enough to break down older stains. The exact ratio is 1 cup of vinegar to 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Not 3 tablespoons, not 1. 2. That specific ratio creates the right pH level for maximum stain penetration without damaging your wall surface. The second thing people miss, they wipe too fast. You need to give the solution at least 90 seconds to 2 minutes on older stains. The vinegar needs time to weaken the bond between the stain and the paint. If you wipe immediately, you are only removing the surface layer and the stain will come back within a few days. Give it time. Let the chemistry work, then wipe. And the third thing, circular motion only. Never wipe in straight lines on a wall. Straight line wiping creates streaks and can leave visible marks on the paint surface, especially on matte or flat finish walls. Circular motion distributes the pressure evenly and lifts the stain without leaving any trace behind. Now, here's the bonus that I promised you at the start. For extremely old stains, stains that are more than 10 or 15 years old and have genuinely hardened into the wall surface, add 5 drops of regular dish soap into your mixture before spraying. The dish soap acts as a surfactant. It breaks the surface tension of the liquid and allows the vinegar solution to penetrate even deeper into the stain layer. I call this the power version. I tested it on a wall in an abandoned property that had staining going back over 25 years. It worked. Not perfectly on the very deepest sections, but it removed roughly 90% of what was there without any repainting at all. Think about what that means. For the cost of $2 and a few minutes of your time, you can restore almost any wall in your home to near original condition. No painter, no paint, no weekend project. Just this. I want to leave you with one final thought. You now know something that billions of homeowners around the world do not know. Not because it is complicated, not because it requires special skill, but because the people who profit from your ignorance have made sure this information stays buried. Every time you watch a home renovation show, they show you expensive products. Every time you call a painter, they quote you hundreds of dollars. Every time you walk into a hardware store, they sell you $30 cleaning sprays that are mostly water and fragrance. Nobody shows you the $2 bottle in your kitchen, because nobody makes money when you use that. Now you know, and you can never unknow it. If this saved you money today, then hit the like button right now, because YouTube actively suppresses videos like this one, and your like is the only way other people find this information. Subscribe, because next week I am exposing a $3 liquid that permanently removes rust from any metal surface, and mechanics genuinely do not want you to see that video. And comment below and tell me which stain you're going to test this on first. I read every single comment personally. See you in the next one.